Today, a man named Phil Ivey is banned from casinos around the world. Not because he stole, not because he used hidden devices, not because he hacked a system or marked cards. He is banned because he won too much money, legally. In 2012, he won £7.7 million in London. He won another $9.6 million in Atlantic City, more than $21 million in total. He never touched the cards. He never marked anything. He never broke a criminal law. And in the end, he did not keep a dollar. The casino sued him, and they won. This is the story of the perfect crime. That was not a crime at all. August 2012, Crockfords Casino, London, Mayfair. The doors open for Phil Ivey, a name that carries weight in every gambling room on earth. He does not wait in line. He does not flash a player's card. He walks straight past the velvet rope, escorted to a private salon where the minimum bet is higher than most people's yearly salary. Crockfords is not a place for tourists or luck chasers. This is a world of tailored suits, silent dealers, and million-pound wire transfers. The air is thick with money and expectation. Ivey arrives with a £1 million deposit, not chips, cash, wired in advance. The casino greets him as a whale, the kind of player who can swing a night's profit for the house with a single hand. Every request is met without question. He wants his own table. He wants the limits raised. He wants privacy. The staff complies. For a player of Ivey's reputation, nothing is too much. He is known as the man who never bluffs the house. His record is spotless. No scandals, no criminal charges, no hint of cheating. Only relentless, methodical play. The casino believes they know his game. The room itself is a study in restraint. No slot machines, no neon. Just the soft hush of cards, the clink of high-value chips, the watchful eyes of security. Baccarat is the game. The rules are simple, the stakes are not. Here, a single hand can mean hundreds of thousands won or lost. The casino's confidence is absolute. Their procedures are tight. Their equipment is certified. The cards are fresh from the pack. The shuffler is state-of-the-art. To Crockfords, randomness is a guarantee. To Ivey, it is an opportunity. But why does a casino grant so much latitude to one man? Because he brings the promise of action, big action. Because his presence alone draws headlines. Because every casino in the world wants to say he played their tables. Tonight, Crockfords belongs to Phil Ivey. The question is, for how long? In the shadows of Mayfair, the game is about to begin. The house believes it holds every card. Phil Ivey is about to prove otherwise. Kelly's son has spent years studying cards, not just for their faces, but for their secrets. In casino circles, she is called the Queen of Sorts. Not for luck, not for charm, but for her eye. An eye trained to see what nobody else can. She doesn't need gadgets. She doesn't need to touch the cards. All she needs is a flaw. The flaw is almost invisible. Gemaco's purple pyramid decks, the kind used at Crockfords, carry a tiny defect, a 0.3 millimeter difference in the pattern printed along the long edges. On one side, the circles stretch just a hair wider. On the other, they are tighter. To the untrained eye, every card looks the same. To Kelly, they might as well be marked in red ink. Edge sorting is her weapon. The principle is simple, but the execution requires patience and nerve. The backs of the cards are supposed to be perfectly symmetrical, but printing presses are not perfect. A 0.3 millimeter shift, barely the width of a human hair, creates a subtle tell. High-value cards like 7s, 8s, and 9s can be rotated so that their wide edge always points the same direction. Low-value cards are left in their original state. After a few rounds and some polite requests, always for luck, always with a smile, the deck is sorted. The pattern is set. From that moment, Kelly can tell, just by glancing at the edge, whether the next card is likely to swing the hand. No need to mark, bend, or scratch. No need for sleight of hand. The only tool is observation, and the only crime, if you can call it that, is seeing what others miss. Was it cheating? Was it deception? Or was it simply intelligence applied to a flawed system? Kelly's son did not invent the flaw. She just noticed it. In a game built on chance, she found certainty hiding in plain sight. And with Phil Ivey by her side, she was ready to put that certainty to work. The cards are shuffled. The table is set. The edge belongs to those who can see it. 5 requests, each one simple, each one legal. Together they turn a random game into a controlled experiment. The dealer, fluent in Mandarin, listens as Kelly's son asks politely, always for luck, to rotate every 7, every 8, and every 9 before it goes back into the shoe. The request is honored. No questions. The cards move, orientation fixed. The automatic shuffler whirs, mixing the order but never flipping a single card. The pattern holds. The edge remains. The same deck stays in play. No mid-session swaps, no fresh packs. Every card, every flaw, preserved. After each hand, the dealer is reminded, don't flip the cards. Place them back as they were. The routine is set. The dealer complies, unaware. The pit boss watches, but sees only superstition. Nothing breaks the rules. Nothing triggers alarm. Bets start at £50,000 per hand, then £75,000. The table limit rises at Ivey's request. £100,000, £150,000. Chips stack up. The edge is invisible, but the winnings are not. By midnight, the pile in front of Ivey is impossible to ignore. The dealer, still following instructions, has no idea they are helping to beat the house. The house edge is gone. The advantage for once belongs to the player. How long can this last? How much can one flaw be worth? At Crockfords, the answer is measured in millions. August 2012. The game ends, but the real contest is just beginning. Ivey stands in the private room at Crockfords, £7.8 million ahead. He requests his winnings. The casino stalls. Hours pass. Management gathers behind closed doors, reviewing surveillance, replaying every hand, every request. The pit boss files a report. The risk team combs through the logs. They see the dealer's rotations, the untouched cards, the shuffler that never flips. No marked decks, no hidden devices, but something is not right. Crockford sends word the payout is denied. The £1 million deposit is returned, but the winnings are withheld. The explanation is brief: advantage play. No accusation of fraud, no criminal charge, just a line drawn in the sand. The cards are boxed, sealed, and sent away. The deck that made millions vanishes into the casino's vault, then disappears for good. Across the Atlantic, the Borgata's risk managers watch the numbers climb. $9.6 million gone in a handful of nights. The audit team launches an internal review. Surveillance tapes are pulled. The purple Gemaco decks are collected, inspected, then quietly destroyed. Compliance memos circulate. Legal counsel drafts a civil complaint. Ivey's account is suspended. The casino files suit citing breach of the randomness clause. Not cheating, not theft, just a violation of the game's contract. The tables are quiet, but the battle moves to the courtroom. The house is no longer playing cards. Now, it is playing defense. 2 courtrooms, 2 continents. One question: who keeps the money? In London, the High Court listens as lawyers summarize 6 hours of surveillance, dealer testimony, and the 5 requests that turned a random game into a system. The judge's words are careful, deliberate. Dishonest, he says. Not criminal, not fraud, but a breach of good faith, a violation of the unwritten contract between player and house. The verdict: Ivey and son must return £7.8 million. The winnings vanish with a signature. Across the Atlantic, a federal judge in New Jersey weighs the same facts. Here, the law speaks a different language. No lie was told, no card was marked, but the cards themselves were flawed, and the rules demand randomness. The court calls it a breach of contract, not cheating. The outcome is the same. Ivey and son are ordered to repay $10.1 million to the Borgata. The casino's claim against the card manufacturer, Gemaco, is dismissed. The only compensation is $26.88 for the cost of the decks. No handcuffs, no criminal record. Just a civil judgment that wipes the slate clean for everyone but the players. In the end, the house reclaims its millions, not by force, but by law. The perfect advantage play, undone by a different kind of edge. London, Mayfair, Atlantic City. The cards are shuffled, but the system stays the same. Today, casinos rewrite their rules, searching every deck for invisible flaws. Intelligence walks a razor's edge, still legal, still dangerous, still one step ahead. Is it cheating, or is it the house refusing to lose?